Relay setting in overcurrent room, part 2. After specifying a stage for the relay characteristic curve, it is possible to specify the characteristic curve time and current page limits in range limit section. To do this, you need to activate this section by checking active option and enter the required ranges in according fields. For example, here Imin equals 1.2 times Iref and Imax 100 times Iref is entered. On the right side of this window, you can see that the characteristic curve of the relay is specified to be between 1.2 and 100 times of the reference current, which is the same as Iref or CT secondary. Also, the minimum time is entered in Tmin field, and here 1.5 second is entered. In Tmax field, on the other hand, the maximum time is entered, which here is 40. Now you can see the effect of these changes on the characteristic curve. In Reset Characteristic section, you can specify the setting related to dropout characteristic curve of the relay, which is set at off by default. This means that as soon as the fault current falls below the relay drop current, the pickup contact must be removed from the relay. By selecting definite time, TR field is activated and you can specify a time for dropout of the relay. For example, if 1.5 second is entered here, when the fault current falls below the specified value, the pickup contact must be removed from the relay after 1.5 second. Also, by selecting inverse time, R and T fields are opened and it is made possible to specify an inverse curve for dropout time of the relay. According to the formula displayed in formula section and by specifying R and T values. Note that it is possible to manage reset characteristic and range limit section from manage select characteristic page as well. If the characteristic curve of the relay comprises of multiple stages, it is necessary to use Add button to specify the required number of stages, and by specifying the parameters test the intended relay. For example, here another stage of definite time type is created and the pickup current is set at 1.5 times Iref and its operation time is set at 200 milliseconds in time column. You can see that by clicking on any stage, its corresponding characteristic curve is displayed on the right side window. Now in View Resulting Characteristic tab, it is possible to view the final characteristic curve created. You can see that this curve is the result of both stages specified in the table on this window. In Color column, a color is selected for each stage. In Active column, it is possible to activate or deactivate any intended stage by using Yes and No options. For example, here the second stage is deactivated and removed from the characteristic curve. By using Save as User Defined option from Manage Select Characteristic window, it is possible to add the characteristic curve created in every stage in user-defined folder and use when necessary. For example, here the first stage is selected and by clicking on Save as User-Defined, the Manage Select Characteristic window opens. Then, by clicking on OK button and returning to this window, you can see that this curve and its setting are added to this folder with the name of IEC Normal Inverse 2.